Hey guys, welcome back to World Mechanics. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. In today's video guys, we'll be working on an engine that has been used in Jeep Compass and Jeep Renegade as well. We're talking about 2.4 Multiair engine. The same engine has been used in both. The only difference is on the Compass you have a shorter intake boot and your engine cover may look just a little bit different. Usually it will be black, we just painted ours white guys. Now, if you have code guys, P0171, this is a very popular code guys. We'll explain the top reasons that we see with that code. Probably there is top 7 things I can think of that can cause that code P0171, and this is a code that's one of the hardest to diagnose here guys. That's why we're making the video. You can see the engine is out of the car. Why? Pretty simple. We guys did an engine replacement. In the meantime we decided to make at least about 100 repair videos on that engine guys, and we'll be making even more guys. Why we do that? Pretty simple guys. Our mission in the shop is to save you as much money as we can. All we need in return, please subscribe to the channel and like the video so we can keep providing guys that free information to you. Now, if you need to buy any replacement parts, to use anything like that to fix your engine guys, your Jeep, and the scanner that we'll be using, we'll talk about that as well. Check out the links will be shared in the description of the video below for your convenience. Let me show you guys what we have now, and we're going to discuss what can cause code P0171. This means that your engine is running lean. Now, before we jump into the code, let's guys show you which scanner we use. This is the scanner guys here, Maxicom, nothing sponsored, purchased with our own money guys, but this scanner, it can pay itself off in one time. I like it that it's not very expensive. It works on pretty much any car you can think of, USA vehicles, European cars. You can see 3 pages of European cars guys, and Asian vehicles as well. We love that thing due to the fact guys that they release updates all the time. They add new features, new models, car models, and also guys, you can read every computer in your car, read the lead codes from every computer and see live data. So that makes things guys really handy. Now, this is your upper engine cover. In order to remove it, you have 4 posts. We're going to just go ahead, grab it and pull it up. I have ours pre-loosened. Let me show you where it attaches to. You have rubber bushings that get stuck on these 4 posts right here guys. So that code guys indicates that you have a lean mixture. Now, what can cause that now guys? You have a sensor on your exhaust manifold right before the catalytic converter. It's known as Upstream oxygen sensor guys. I will show you this one right here. We have a scene when we remove the engine out of the car. That sensor actually detects how much air and fuel you have in the exhaust. And let's say you have you don't have enough fuel, you have more air. That's lean mixture guys. It means that the engine is getting more air and less fuel. Things that can guys contribute to that. Number 1 thing that we see here at the shop, vacuum leak guys. Vacuum leak, it's a super common thing. You gotta make sure that you check guys all the hose clamps. You gotta check gaskets, throttle body gaskets, intake manifold gasket to make sure it's not leaking. The line from the purge control valve to the intake manifold. Make sure it's plugged and it's not leaking, cracked. This is the PCV line here as well guys. The PCV hose. Make sure the PCV valve is working correctly. We have a video how to test it. It can trigger that code as well. Because it will simulate a vacuum leak. Make sure the hose is plugged and not broken somewhere guys, cracked, and make sure it's plugged here as well. That's a very common thing. We have a special video that talks more about vacuum leaks and how to find vacuum leaks as well guys. Now, what else it could be? Your engine guys, as you know, most vehicles have a mass airflow sensor on the air filter box that detects how much air your engine is getting. But your Jeep doesn't use that system. It uses the intake temperature sensor, this sensor right here. This is your intake temperature sensor that detects the temperature of the air that's going inside the engine. And it uses the map sensor, right here guys. This is your map sensor, and it calculates how much air is getting by those 2 sensors. So faulty map sensor guys, it's a very common problem if you have that code as well. That's not reading correctly how much air the engine is getting. If it reads it's less, that could happen. Now, what else can cause that now guys? You have a fuel regulator. I think the fuel regulator is integrated in the fuel pump. We made a video on Dodge Dart I think, but it's the same pump I think for Jeep Compass and Renegade guys. the fuel regulator, okay, if it's not creating enough pressure, your fuel injectors will not be spraying enough fuel, and that will cause a lean mixture as well. Another thing, guys, okay, related to fuel, it could be a dirty fuel filter that's clogged up and your car will not be getting enough fuel, especially at higher RPMs. That's very, very common as well. And we have one more thing related to fuel, guys. In the fuel pump compartment, it could be just a weak fuel pump that doesn't turn fast enough to build enough pressure. So we've seen that happen as well, guys, so make sure you check that thing out. Now, if you remove the intake boot, okay, you're going to notice, okay, let me disconnect the sensor. I have everything pretty loose in here so I can show you quickly and not waste your time, guys. You have fuel injectors. They're right here. That's the fuel rail. Those are the fuel injectors, guys. So if you have a clogged fuel injectors, okay, that are dirty and not spraying enough fuel, that's a very common reason, guys, to get that code as well. So we've seen that happen before. And if everything else checks out, guys, it could be just a bad oxygen sensor that reads the amount of air and fuel in the exhaust. So upstream oxygen sensor is very common reason as well. Now, something that's not so common, but it could happen, is a faulty engine computer. But we haven't had that happen, guys, with that code. But practically, according to the book, it is possible. But I'll always try checking, guys, fuel pressure, test upstream oxygen sensor, PCV valve, vacuum leaks, and the map sensor are the top things that I'll check first. Hopefully the video will be helpful. Thank you for watching and see you guys next time.